Jane, what is a hot mama?
Well, it's a project that they do at George Washington University, and the woman, Kathy, is collecting case studies of successful women and women that define themselves as successful in a variety of ways. So she's collecting all these case studies, and the women that are the top ones get their case study put in the next year's textbook. It's an entrepreneurial program supporting women becoming business owners.
Interesting.
Oh.
So you must have a real array, Kim, of people coming in and you know, applying, I guess, so to speak.
Yeah, they get hundreds of people, women come in, give their case study. It's any woman who solved a challenge, whether it's entrepreneurship or work-life balance. We have stay-at-home moms that talk about their challenges, but it's a really influential program for, you know, when you think about when I was a student, you really want to hear the real stories, not just what's in the textbook.
And I like what you brought up,
yeah.
stay-at-home moms, because so many people think that, you know, it's a career that should be highlighted, you know, your usual kind of careers that you think about. I'm an accountant, I'm this, I'm that.
Right.
But some of the hardest work are the moms at home that have to deal with all of that plus the kids.
Right.
It's great that that's included.
It is.
Absolutely.
But Kim, tell us your story, because you actually took the more traditional route, right? I mean, you're the workaholic type.
I'm a
You're the
workaholic
planner.
type. I'm not sure if I took the traditional route, but certainly in comparison to Jan. So, but yeah, I started in my 20s. I started my first company at 26, merged with 2 other companies and formed my second company in my early 30s, and then have my third company I started at 36.
Wow.
But my story is really about kind of the lessons learned along the way. I got so wrapped up in other people's definitions of success, kind of following every opportunity that came along. I didn't have that work-life balance anymore. And when I met my future husband, Chip, I just really had to make a choice and change my whole business structure so that I could make time for marriage and family.
You're saying first company, second company, third. What kind of companies were this? And
these were marketing companies. So I started a virtual advertising agency, merged with 2 other similar companies to form a branding agency, and then now I have a virtual CMO company where we advise startups and entrepreneurs.
So as a consultant in marketing now, you're finding the time that you're able to give to your husband, and I understand you have a child too?
Yeah, I have an energetic 2-year-old.
Oh, you got your hands full.
He keeps me busy. So, but I really had to change my model so that, you know, I can stop at 5 and I can really be 100% on when I'm mom mode. So.
All right, and so Jane, now your life took a completely different path.
Yeah, mine was
the
kind
opposite.
of whatever happened. I was in college and had my first child, had my third child as I was finishing up a degree, had 3 children, getting my master's. In fact, everything that I kind of decided to do was, oh, let me do this. In fact, I had a job that I really didn't like, so I wanted to quit it, but I'd also asked really hard, really for this job, so I couldn't quit it. And I'm driving home one day, we were living in Hawaii, and on the marquee of Hickam Air Force Base was a sign that said, Hawaii Pacific University master's classes starting Monday. I said, that's it. If I get my master's degree, I can quit my job. And that's kind of the way my whole life has been, just kind of saying yes to whatever comes up.
So looking back, obviously you guys are like polar opposites over here, just the paths you took. Nothing's right, nothing's wrong. But when you're in the moment, you probably thought, oh my gosh, how am I going to be able to do this? Looking back now, what do you think of your choices?
Well, what I've come up with is life behind the tapestry. You look at a tapestry and there's knots and everything on the back of it, and when you turn it over, there's who you are. I became who I am, and I am very happy and content with who I am, and it's because of the things that I did. So you're right, there's no right or wrong. When we know that we're happy with who we are, the path that we took is what got us there.
But I guess it's the thing of being in the moment and not knowing whether it's right or wrong. Because everybody thinks that, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Oh my gosh, I'm not where I want to be, but maybe it is supposed to be where you want to be.
Right.
I mean, we've all had those moments.
Yeah, I feel like I took lots of turns to get where I am, and what I would tell young people is, really think about what matters most. There's not just one definition of success. Some people think I have to take the corporate ladder and just keep going, and I know a lot of women who get to that point where they say, this isn't what I expected it to be. And it's like, if you're not enjoying it, if
that's
you're not
the hardest
passionate.
thing, though.
Yeah.
I think to stop and go, oh, wait a second, this 5-year plan or this whatever plan for me, I'm supposed to do this next and be happy about it, but for some reason, it's hard to go, no, this isn't for me.
But sometimes if you're like a type A person, maybe you need to work your life like Kim did, and if you're maybe type B, maybe more the way you did, Jane. I mean, it kind of goes with your personality, doesn't it?
And definitely, and I'm a last minute, always do it and get it done. So that my life has fit that. And it's really about finding your purpose and what are your passions and incorporating your passions into your life.
The Hot Mamas Award winners are going to be honored in a banquet coming up this May, right?
Yes.
At George
May
Washington.
3rd, yeah.
Well, congratulations
Thanks
to you
so
both.
much.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks,
you.
guys, for coming on
Thank
here
you.
and sharing your stories. We
This has been
appreciate
great.
it.